Ever built a training program, launched it with a bunch of excitement, and then absolutely nothing changed? No bump in sales, no drop in mistakes, just a room full of people who got a free lunch and immediately forgot everything they learned? If that hurts to hear, you are not alone. It happens because most companies treat training like a band-aid. Someone says, "Our team's communication sucks. Let us buy a communications workshop." But buying training before you know the actual root cause is like a doctor writing a prescription before they even ask where it hurts. That is where a training needs analysis, or TNA, comes in. It is the diagnostic tool that ensures every single penny and hour you spend on training actually drives real, measurable business results. Today, we are breaking down exactly how to prepare a foolproof training needs analysis. The major pitfalls most people stumble into, and the crucial factors you have to consider before you ever write a single slide. Let us dive in. What is a TNA, and the 3 levels of analysis? Before we look at the how, we need to understand what we are actually analyzing. A TNA is not just a survey asking employees, "Hey, what do you want to learn?" If you do that, everyone just asks for leadership training or coding boot camps because it sounds cool. A true TNA looks at the gap between where your team is right now and where they need to be to hit company goals. To find that gap, you have to look at 3 completely different levels. 1. The organizational level first. Look at the big picture. Where is the company going? If the company's goal is to transition to 100% cloud-based software over the next year, that tells you exactly where your training needs to align. Training that does not support a business goal is a hobby, not a strategy. 2. The operational or task level. Next, zoom in on the actual job. What skills, knowledge, or behaviors are required to perform a specific role at a high level? If you are analyzing customer service, you map out the exact steps of handling a frustrated customer. 3. The individual level. Finally, look at the people. Who actually needs the training, and what do they specifically lack? Is it a skill gap, a knowledge gap, or a motivation issue? Crucial insight. If an employee has the skill but lacks the motivation because their tools are broken or their incentives are bad, training will not fix it. You cannot train away a management or software problem. Step by step, how to prepare your TNA. Alright, let us get tactical. How do you actually put this together? I break it down into a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Define the business objective. Start at the end. Do not start with a training topic. Start with a business metric. Ask your leadership team, what business problem are we trying to solve? Bad goal. We want our managers to be better. Good goal. We need to reduce our software project delivery delays by 15%. Step 2. Determine desired behaviors. Once you have the goal, ask, what do people need to do differently on the job to achieve that metric? Talk to your top performers. What are they doing that struggling employees are not? This gives you your baseline for ideal performance. Step 3. Gather the data. This is where the actual analysis happens. And please, do not just rely on one data source. Use a mix of these 3 tools. Performance metric review. Look at the hard numbers, error rates, sales data, customer reviews, support ticket timelines. The data does not lie about where the bottlenecks are. Manager and stakeholder interviews. Ask supervisors where they see their teams getting stuck daily. Direct observations. Watch people do the job. Sometimes employees do not even realize they are doing something inefficiently until an outside observer catches it. Step 4. Analyze the gaps and build the plan. Now, lay your findings side by side. Here is what the job requires, and here is where people are struggling. The space in between is your training curriculum. Critical factors to consider, the make or break list. Now, while you are going through these steps, there are 3 massive factors you must consider. If you ignore these, your TNA might be perfect on paper, but it will fail miserably in the real world. Factor 1. The audience's reality. Who are you training? Are they remote workers who are already suffering from Zoom fatigue? Are they factory floor workers who cannot just sit at a laptop for 4 hours? You have to consider their work environment, their current workload, and how they best consume information. Factor 2. Cost versus return on investment, ROI. Training is not free, even if we give it internally. It costs development time and, more importantly, it costs production time when employees stop working to learn. You must ensure the cost of the training does not outweigh the financial impact of the problem you are trying to solve. Factor 3. Post-training support. This is the biggest blind spot in L&D. What happens after the training ends? If you train your team on a new sales methodology, but their managers do not reinforce it in their weekly one-on-ones, the team will revert to their old habits within 2 weeks. You must plan for accountability and refresh your resources from day one. So the conclusion at the end of the day, preparing a training needs analysis is all about asking the right questions before jumping to easy answers. It takes a bit more time up front, yes, but it saves you months of wasted effort and thousands of dollars down the road. If you want to build programs that make leadership say, "Wow, this actually moved the needle," start treating your TNA like the foundation of your entire strategy. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into talent development and workplace strategy, and drop a comment below. What is the biggest challenge you have faced in trying to figure out what your team actually needs to learn? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, do subscribe us.